Awesome. Okay. Now, I'm excited because today I'm going to introduce you to the most powerful, most useful, best thing I'm going to teach you all year. We're going to talk about proportions, all right? Now, proportions are awesome for a couple reasons. Number one, they're pretty easy to use, all right? I see a bunch of you guys working already, so it shows me you kind of already have an idea of what to do here. Proportions are easy to use, and we can use a proportion to do like 10 different things, all right? So what we're doing today is going to really set up what we're doing for about the next 2 months, all right? For the next 2 months, we're going to be using proportions to do different things. First of all, let me explain what a proportion is, okay? Remember last week when we were talking about ratios, remember the carnival games where one of the things was like that there were 40 children for every one booth? All right? There's like 40 children for every one booth, right? And so then we said, okay, we didn't really say this, but we could have gone the other way. So if there were 3 booths, how many children would have been there? You know, if there was 3 booths, how many children there would have been? There would have been 120 children, okay? Now, these 2 ratios are the same, right? 40 children for 1 booth is the exact same ratio as 120 children for 3 booths. It's the same ratio. If 2 ratios are identical, they form a proportion. Okay? They form a proportion. So, here's what we're going to do. In number 3, I'm telling you that these 2 ratios are proportional. Alright? They are the same ratio, and you need to solve for A. Now, first of all, let me show you the way you can do it without a calculator. Alright? Without a calculator, this is going to be what you want to do. What do I have to multiply 6 by to get 36, Sabrina? 6. If I multiply 6 times 6, I'm going to get 36. So on the top, I'm also going to multiply that by 6. What is 5 times 6, Kyle?
30.
30. So my answer is 30. All right? Right here, Teresa. What do I have to multiply 4 by to get 40? 10 times 10. So on the bottom, Zara, 9 times 10 is? 90. So my answer is 90. Everybody do number 4 for me. Do it without a calculator. This time you got to kind of work backwards. All right? Just look at the problem backwards. Divide. Working backwards, we see that K is equal to 4. All right? Now, here's where we get into some problems. Look at number 7. Look at number 7. Is there anything I can multiply? Is there a whole number I can multiply 5 by to get 12? No, there's not. So, what we were doing before is not going to work. Now, there is an awesome trick with proportions, okay? I'm giving you the key right now. We're going to unlock the mystery of the proportions. You guys ready?
No.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're ready for it, okay? Prepare yourself for this. We're prepared? Alex, you're prepared? You're prepared to see this? Okay. With a proportion, this times this is equal to this times this. All right? So, let me show you this real quick, okay? I'm going to show you the algebraic way, then I'll show you the easy way, okay? I'll show you the algebraic way, then I'll show you the easy way. So, I said this times this So 5 times D is equal to this times this. 12 times 7. Okay? Now, algebra, solve this equation. What do I need to do to solve this equation, Alex? What's the opposite of times? How do I get rid of this 5? Divide, okay? I need to divide both sides by 5. And then I will have D is equal to 12 times 7 divided by 5. All right? Let's come over here and look. Let's just draw that up here. 12 times 7 divided by 5. 12 times 7 divided by 5. All right? So if you want to, you can write it all out. Or you can just know that to solve a proportion, you just multiply those two and divide by the other one. So, pull out your calculators. 12 times 7 divided by 5 is what?
12 times 7 is 84, and then divided by 5 is 16.8.
16.8. D is equal to 16.8. Down here, we're going to have to do the same thing, okay? Multiply the ones that are diagonal to each other. So, multiply 3 times 3.2, and then divide by 8. 3 times 3.2 divided by 8. Eliana, what is n? 1.2. 1.2. One more. Everybody do that one on your whiteboards. Multiply the ones that are diagonal. Divide by the one that is not. All right. Basically, we have to multiply 4.4 times 2.8 and divide that by 7.7. 4.4 times 2.8 divided by 7.7, Janice, is what? 1.6. All right, your answer is 1.6. Now, let's look at this. This time we've got a story problem, and it's going to give us two ratios, and we need to decide whether they are proportional. Okay? 5 pounds of grass seed for 350 square feet. I need to write this as a ratio. 5 pounds for 350 square feet. All right? And on the bottom, or on the other one, we're going to have 8 pounds of grass seed for 560 square feet. 8 pounds for 560 square feet. Now, are these proportional? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover up one of these. And what I want you to do, well, first of all, is there a number that I can multiply 5 to get 8? No? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover this up. Use your calculators. What is 5 times 560 divided by 8? What is 5 times 560 divided by 8? Alex, you got it?
No.
5 times 560 divided by 8. Jordan? What is it? 350. So, if 350 is behind my hand, it's going to be proportional. Is it proportional? Yes, it is. Let's look at number 2. 34 students from 8 schools. So 34 students from 8 schools. Is that proportional to 25 students from 6 schools? All right, let's do a quick multiplication check. Is there anything that I can multiply 6 by to get 8? Easily? Nope. All right, so I'm going to cover one of them up. It doesn't matter which number I cover up. I can do any of them, but I'll cover this one. 34 times 6 divided by 25. What is 34 times 6 divided by 25? Calvin, when you've got that, will you tell me? 1.36. I don't think so. I think you must have hit a button wrong. Colin. 8.16. 34 times 6 divided by 25 is 8.16. So, if 8.16 is behind my hand, it is proportional.
No,
Is this proportional? No, it is not. All right? Number 12. A store sells a 9-ounce jar of mustard for $1.53 and a 15-ounce jar for $2.55. Is the cost of the mustard proportional to the number of ounces for each jar? Give me a yes or a no. And you've got to be able to prove it. First thing, set up the proportion. Okay? I want to see, for everybody, I want to see that proportion set up. Alright? And you will hear me say that about 17,000 times over the next 2 months.
You've already said it like 100 times.
Whether you have a calculator or not, you can write a proportion. All right, here's a proportion that should be set up. 9 ounces is $1.53. All right, and 15 ounces is $2.55. Now, a quick multiplication check. Can I multiply 9 by something to get 15? No. Okay, so I'm just going to cover up one of these. 9 times 255 divided by 15, just go ahead and leave it over there. 9 times 255 divided by 15 is what? What is it? 153? 153. So if 153 is behind my hand, then it is proportional. Is it proportional?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Last one. There are 113.2 grams in 4 ounces of compound. How many grams are in 5 ounces of compound? Set up the proportion first. Find a unit rate for each. That's basically it. That's basically it. You must write a proportion. Okay? I will tell you, if you turn in your homework tomorrow and there is not a proportion written down, I will not give you credit. Alright? I will not give you credit. We are using proportions so much. We will use proportions to read maps, to measure the school, to do conversions, to find percent change, to find the cost of items after you pay sales tax, to find the cost of items that are on sale. All right? We will use proportions over and over and over again, so we must write them down. 113.2 grams and 4 ounces. So that's my first proportion. 113.2 grams, 4 ounces. Now, this is a key that's very important, okay? Whatever my units are over here, I have to put those in the same spot over here. Grams and ounces. Does everybody see that? It has to be done that way. And please label your proportions. It's going to make it so much easier. Grams and ounces, carry that across. Now, this becomes very easy. How many grams are in 5 ounces of compound? 5 ounces. That's going to go on the bottom. 113.2 times 5 divided by 4 is what? Carl?
141.5.
141.5 grams. Mr. Osborne, may I be excused? My brain is full.
I should try that.
Like most of the time, it's like, can I go to the bathroom? I have to go to the bathroom. Can I be excused? My brain is full. But also, look at this kid. It doesn't take much to fill up his brain, does it?
Probably 2 minutes.
There you go. Here's your assignment.